And we are live. All right. I'm going to get this out of the way to start off the show. Alan Chapman, also known as nickname Dr. Evil. You'll understand that from Austin Powers, the bald supervillain. He is by far, no questions asked, the worst referee in not only MLS, but in the world. I think you could grab anyone off the street and they could referee a game better than Alan Chapman. He is absolutely abysmal. And before I say anything mean, in MLS, hands down, in the world, like I said, he is so poor. So poor. The worst referee. And that'll be it on Alan Chapman because, that's about all I got for the guy because he is the worst. 100% is the worst. So we start the game off pretty good. We started creating opportunities quite early, and we had a lot of the ball and early, and we created plenty of opportunities, and we end up mostly dominating the first part of the first half. I'd say Philadelphia had a half chance here or there, but we definitely, I thought, had the majority of the chances early on. And then we popped up with a great goal from Adrian Hanu, assist from Franco. It was a really good pass, really good finish near post from Adrian, who today came out, the MLS salaries came out, and he is our highest paid player. So he's doing the job that he's supposed to be doing, getting those goals that are so valuable. And recently he has definitely played it quite a bit better since that little, I don't know what to call it. He was kind of on the bench for several games. Wouldn't say he was really in the doghouse, but he wasn't performing up to standards. He was not playing well. And now he's been picking up some goals, looking actually a lot better in stretching the play, pressing, and everything. But unfortunately, we did one of the things we do quite often is not quite often, but actually quite often. We get the goal and then we sit back. And even though they scored quite after it, for that 5 minutes after, we didn't have any bit of the ball and we weren't attacking. And they scored an absolute banger from Daniel Gazdong. Good pass from their number 10 midfielder. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he had a great pass to lay off Daniel Gazdang, and it was a curling shot from outside the box that Tyler Miller had no shot in saving, and it was an equalizer right before halftime, which you never like to see, and you never like to give up. Especially when a game like this where we need the 3 points. We have teams knocking at our door. We have teams right in front of us who we'd like to catch potentially to give us a little bit of breathing room. So not good to give up that goal. And you go into halftime tied 1-1, and you think hopefully the boys come out aggressive, playing well. Maybe Heath can light a fire under them after that disappointing little last 5 to 10 minutes where they score late before the halftime. But that didn't happen. Philadelphia had quite a few opportunities and actually played quite a bit better than us in the first part of the second half. And off a set piece, Tyler Miller makes this, or not a set piece, but a corner. Tyler Miller makes a good save, but is redirected straight up and looping to the back post, where Gazdang again pops up and really just needs to nod it in. It was probably the easiest goal he'll ever score. But you got to be there to put it in there, put it in, and they go up. Philadelphia went up 2-1 in the 50th minute, about 55th, around there. So that was disappointing for sure to come out very slow in that second half. And I don't know if it was tired legs, but we weren't creating as much as we were in the second half. And then I give Adrian all the credit he deserves here, making a substitution early in the 60th minute. I was not expecting it. I expected Finley to come off and Lod to come on at some point, but knowing Adrian, he'd usually wait till at least the 75th minute to make a sub. He's almost Wenger like that, but he made an early sub. Finley looked a bit gassed most of the game, but he was dangerous. He did what Finley does, works his ass off, and puts in a good shift. And then we needed to save Lod's legs. He played 2 games for Finland, came back right off the plane, played another 70 so minutes last game, and then so it was hard to start him again tonight. But he comes on in the 61st minute, starts off a little bit not warmed up into the game, gets caught on the wrong foot, not knowing where a little bit of space is. Franco passes the ball to him. He kind of just wrong-footed. It gives the ball away regardless. But we won the ball back quite quickly after that, and they had a bad back pass where Reynoso takes advantage of it, beats 1 or 2 players, and has an absolute beautiful back heel pass to Lod, who's at the top of the bar, right inside the right side of the box in front of the water wall, and absolutely from Lod, and a great goal in the 63rd minute, and to tie it up. And it was electric, a great equalizer. And Lod did exactly what he needed to do, came on and made a huge impact right away. Shows his quality on that right side, because Finley's a great quality player and all, but there would be no way he's putting that where Lod put that so clinically. And it was near a post upper right-hand corner. Perfect. See you later. Let's put it back in the middle. Let's go again. But anyway, shortly after that, we're attacking. Ball bouncing around the box, pops up to Hanu, puts a shot on target, it gets saved, goes to the back post, and Franco's there. Similar to the Houston header that was saved earlier in the week. Maybe not as much space, but a wide open header, and he wasn't going to miss this one. Heads it down, puts it into the bottom left corner. Franco Fracapane in the 67th minute with a goal, and he's popping up with goals and assists left and right. And like I said, the salaries came out, and this guy is underpaid. I don't know how we got him on so little salary, but oh my goodness, he is going to need to get paid. One thing I will point out is Philadelphia's Union's Academy is, I'll give them credit. They had a lot of kids on the bench, including Paxton Aronson, who came on later in the game. They also had another kid, Jack McGlynn, who came on before him. But Paxton, you'll hear his name in the future because he'll be in the U.S. men's national team and he'll be playing overseas for sure. But we're lucky. He should have easily scored a goal. They pop up with a chance late because so after Franco's goal, bit of play, we're creating more chances. A bit of a awful call. I think Chapman calls a foul on Reynoso in the box when we were attacking them, and Montier ends up having the ball when the whistle's blown, picks it up frustrated like anyone would, and a Philadelphia Union player comes and grabs him to try and get the ball, and Roman's mad and throws the ball at the guy's face. You did everything perfect until you threw the ball. Once you throw that ball like he did at the opponent, it's an automatic red card. Even though the early yellow from Oliver Mazzino, it was so late, it could have easily been a red card. Deliberate, intentionally trying to hurt a player, violent misconduct, whatever you want to call it, it should have been. Forgot to mention that, I'm sorry. But Montier also, it's a red card, so we will miss him on the weekend for sure, which is not going to be good. But he picked up a red after, and Wanger picks up only a yellow, who was involved in the scuffle, Kai Wanger. Reynoso also picks up a yellow card kind of late on. And then that's in the 83rd, and then Paxton gets subbed on in the 84th. And then we, at the time, just switched to Sonny Dotson from the midfield as right before Montier got sent off. We'd taken Hanu off, and Alonso came on. So we just kind of, after that red card, just Sonny drops back to play for Montier plays, and we just played a little bit more defensive. We just had kind of Ray up top with Lud. And at that point, we're kind of just parking the bus, holding on to that 1-0 lead. And like I said, Paxton Aronson comes up with a huge, huge opportunity where he shoots right at Tyler Miller. Great save. Not really more like it's not like a great reactionary save, just a good shot stop, way to be there, because it was shot right at Miller. And then we sub on Joseph Robles and Fernando Adi for Reynoso and Franco Fragapane in the 87th. And I'm going to say Fernando Adi really did nothing to try and win a header or two. I don't know why he even gets subbed on. I'd rather have Reynoso running up top because he actually wins a foul or two or something. I understand maybe getting some fresh legs on, but Adi, I understand he's just kind of a fill-in player, but I do not want to see him at the club next year. I think he offers very little. I respect his career, but I think it's done. I don't think great fight back to go up 2 and then fight back to win 3-2. Great spirit from the guys, and I'll just get into player ratings and then we'll be done here. So Tyler Miller led in 2 goals. One, he couldn't do a thing about. The second, like to have a little bit better of first save, and we'd hope Bender was at the back post for you, but I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Not great. I'm going to give him a 6.5. 2 goals, giving up 2 goals, not great. To be fair, though, there wasn't much he could have done for the first one. Montier, I'm going to give him a 5. Thought he was playing quite well until the red card, but the red card was not good, blowing your head a little bit. So Boxall, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. I thought he was really dominant at the back. I love seeing Boxall get under players' skins, a little chippy here and there. Yeah, you hate to see it against your team, but it's nice to have someone like that on your team. Dabasi was really good. I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Gasper was good. Didn't seem to have his usual error bit. He has those spell of errors in a game, but he was solid tonight. I'm going to also give him an 8 out of 10. Dotson, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Also having to play out of position. I thought he played really good at right back when he had to. Will Trapp, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Not his best game, but he was playing all right. And a new dad, too. His wife just had another kid, so that's awesome. Not a new dad, but congratulations on the child. Ethan Finley, not his best game. I'm going to give him a 6.5 out of 10. Actually, a 7. he ran around, 6.5, 6.5. Manuel Reynoso, a 9 out of 10 for me. My man of the match, or actually, no, not my man of the match. Franco Fracapane is my man of the match. 9.5 out of 10. Reynoso was obviously pulling the strings, but Franco with the assist and the goal, really good to see from him. Adrian Hanu, I'm going to give an 8.5 out of 10. I thought he was really good tonight, popping up with a goal. Go into the substitutions. Robin Lod, really good tonight, coming off the bench, making an impact, playing quite well, popping up with a goal. I'm going to give him an 8.5 out of 10. Ozzy can't speak. Actually, a 7 out of 10. I thought he could have done a little. Yeah, definitely. Joseph Roles, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Fernando Adi, a 6 out of 10. I'd like to see more if he does make the pitch again. I'd love to see more Fernando Adi off the bench. Do something if he gets the chance, because I'm not a fan. He hasn't done much off the bench in the time he's given. So, yeah, a 6 out of 6 is what I'm going to give him. I'd really like for him to maybe win a header or two when he comes on, but other than that, he doesn't really do what we'd like from a hold-up man. So someone just hold the ball up a little bit, just slow the play down at the end of the game, just give us a little bit of breathing room at the end like that when we were down to 10 men. So all these things that we've been told that he does, and he just hasn't shown any of it. So I'd like to see more if he's going to be coming off the bench. Otherwise, I'd rather have Juan come off the bench. I don't know if he was fit today. He wasn't on the bench, so that's probably why Fernando came off the bench over him. But I'd even rather have Hanu just stay out there. Like, even with the tired legs, I just don't think Fernando Adi offers anything. Or even have Ray up top. Ray could stay up top still instead of taking him off. I understand you're trying to maybe save him so he doesn't get hurt, but I just don't see what Fernando Adi offers off the bench. But that's all I got for tonight. So another great 3 points, which we needed. A couple teams playing tonight. The LA teams both won, I believe. LAFC definitely did, and LA Galaxy were winning 3-0 last time I checked. So I think we move up into 6th place, but only because Real Salt Lake did not have a game tonight. So they have a game in hand on us now. A couple other games going on, but standings shouldn't shake up too much, but a good 3 points. We're going to need another 3 points against LAFC on Saturday. It's almost like a 6-pointer. They need 3 points to stay alive, probably. Maybe not mathematically, but probably they need to beat us in order to even have a chance to make in the playoffs. So they're going to come prepared. So we need to – it's going to be treated almost like a playoff game, I think. Similar to – I know you can't treat all